the Morning Skate Show. Happy Thanksgiving week. Hopefully you are an amazing, great week Wednesday so far. Welcome everybody to the board. We have an amazing, great show in front of us. A lot of game. First of all, tonight, 14 games on the program of the NHL. Of course, you have 28 teams in action on the 32. Only 4 is going to be watching what's going on, to be with the family, whatever. It's a busy day in the USA during the year for all the traveling. Over $20 million going to fly all around the country for the Thanksgiving, plus the people traveling. So whatever you're doing, I just want to wish you an amazing, great, happy Thanksgiving. And also, be safe. And that's the most important thing, be healthy. And also, don't forget to visit your family, your friends. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have a lot of people at the board right now. Welcome back, Mr. Caleb South is already here in the house from North Carolina. What about the bird, the monkey, the boy? But, of course, Bud the Monkey in the house this morning. Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us this morning, early this morning, from Westmount, Montreal, and the island of Montreal, the Westmount, Mr. Canadian Giant. From Vegas, the teacher, the swimmer, I'm pretty sure is off this week. I don't think so. He worked. So he's awake early. It's 8 o'clock in Vegas, maybe 9. I don't know. I was confusing with the Pacific or with the Vegas. But welcome back, Mr. Adam Berger. Happy Thanksgiving evening, Mr. Badamonkey. Directly from Toronto, Ontario, the Wolf, the Bob Gainey, the collaborator of the warm-up show at 5 o'clock, the insider about the Montreal Canadiens, and of course, everything around the league. Why not welcome back Mr. Enos Tap in the house? Oh, la poutine dans la maison de Hockey National Show. La Poutine Lizard is with us this morning. Welcome back, Poutine Lizard. From South Florida, the Cubano Frank Zalazar in the house. So 2 questions for you, Frank. First of all, hopefully your cigar was amazing last night. Second thing, are you working today or tonight? Are you going to watch the Florida Panthers tonight, Mr. Frank? And directly from Barrie, Ontario, Mr. Andrew Kieran. From Toronto, Ontario, we wish her and her mom,
you are awesome,
Miss Kelly in the house, and the mom, Darlene. Welcome back, everybody. Stop going to be at the game. Here we go. We're going to the game tonight or Saturday. Oh, Saturday, not tonight. I apologize. And the turkey background, it does not snow in Miami. No, no turkey right now at that moment. We need to cook the turkey at some point. Canadian Dragger returns to South Florida. Stop Motion Penta Studio. Wow, stop motion happiness right now because his Dallas Star have an amazing, great game yesterday. So stop. Welcome aboard directly from Ottawa. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Adam was working. Now he's off today, tomorrow, and Friday, I bet. I'm working no day off for me. Cigar was amazing with this awesome weather. It's nice. Wake up the morning at 60 in the morning. Awesome to hear that. Here we go. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate a lot. We have to go all the way there because it's coming. It's your turn. It's your time because Mr. Johnny Golden. Really busy night at Canadian Giants. I wake up at 6 o'clock this morning, and since that, I work all day about the preparation of the show this morning, the pre-game video I'm going to make for the Montreal Canadiens, the show at 5 o'clock, plus all the data I need to put on it, the 7 o'clock live stream and the 10 o'clock live stream. Tonight we do a double header because we're going to do the Toronto at the Los Angeles Kings tonight. So double header for the Hockey Nation Live show. It's going to be an amazing, great night. So went not to celebrate when we turn midnight all together and screaming Happy Thanksgiving. Go first one to the walkout. Of course, I have to go to walkout with my problem with my my elbow, but it is what it is. And by the monkey, it's coming tomorrow, but I can give you the preview of what you're going to hear tomorrow.
Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories.
I don't know. The feeling, the Christmas coming, knocked the door at the Hockey Nation Live show this morning. How well was the comeback game for Ottawa? Stop. You talk about the one with Colorado. You're talking about that one? Stop. I'm not sure if that's the game you're talking about. So a lot of busy stuff today. We're going to get a little bit review. We're going to talk about a 5-team. It should be a seller at the trade deadline. We're going to talk about certain things going on around the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, the game tonight, they are in Washington. We're going to review quickly the 14th game on the program today. So hopefully we can do this in 50 minutes. That'll be awesome. And Anuka on Monday. Here we go. Banamonkey. Yes, stop motion. Yes, it was great game, right? Back-to-back goal. And finally 7-5 for the Colorado Avalanche. Stop. Yeah, great. It was great to see the perseverance of the Ottawa Senator. But it started on Sunday night. Adam said, I know, all the odds, something like that, scanning. And I have a lot of players play for me in the past. And it was like difficult to follow everybody, have a party every weekend. It was another birthday, another family stuff, and it was all the kind of stuff like that. I'm getting confused with the days are changing every year. And I thought, you coach need to share the intro for Johnny Golden to do it through on the Johnny Golden show here. Johnny, by that's something we can look about this also. Here, Johnny Carson. Here we go. So let's move on to what I need to talk about this. Look like I'm not there. I'm there, but I'm like, I don't know. Let me fix this. There we go. A little bit wider. A couple of things. So first of all, we're going to have a couple of news happening this morning. Let's start with this one over there. I don't know if it will work. The Team USA colors guy for the Olympics 2022, everything on that. So I just want to share it with you. That's the background I have on the graphic earlier. So that's the color of, I like it, really nice, really good color, everything great, well done for the Team USA. Team Canada did yesterday, and today is a Team USA. So today is a beginning of the show. Now we're going to start a little bit about the birthday. And who is this man that turned 50 years old today? Coach, you need mountain. Coach is floating in the outer space. Look like a soccer jersey about this, and on top is evil but it will happen at the Olympics. It could happen. I like it on top. Oh, coach does it. I like it a lot, to be honest with you. He turned 50 years old. Who this man? First one, you get an applause. Who's going to take a chance to know this guy? And don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. If you can do that, that'd be great. If you can sharing this, that'd be awesome. And Keith Primo in our top. Congratulations. Here we go. He turned 50 years old. By the way, today, Mike Hoffman turned 32 years old. Congratulations. Also, swimming for the Boston Bruins turned 23. And this guy turned... Who is this guy? He turned 80 years old. 808 years old. 80 years old. Who is this goaltender? Anybody want to do that? Johnny Golden, maybe, and on top. Steve, welcome aboard. And on top says Gilles Gilbert. No, he's not 80 years old. I think Jujubay is about 65, 70 years old. So it's not him. Anybody want to take a chance? Johnny Golden said Jerry Cheevers. No, Jerry Cheevers was not this mask. I will try for one more time. Anybody want to take a chance? Canadian Giants or maybe Banamonkey said like, hey, that's Roberto Luengo. No, it's not Roberto Luengo. Banamonkey, come on. Adam said, oh, it's Robin Leonard. No idea. That's my answer. Puts in. Here we go. It's Ed Johnson. Here we go. Back and forth. Everybody got it. Conversation. Ed Johnson about that one over there. And why not? It's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. Why not to give another one chance right now for maybe someone can get it? Who is this guy? Anybody knows who this guy? Don't forget the guy to click on the likes. That's the last one. Anybody knows? Ted Nolan, Johnny Golden said for the Buffalo Sabres. Richie Leach, in a tap, nail it, did it, do it again. Congratulations, Reggie Leach, about that one over there. Tonight, we have another one, but I'm not going to give it to you right away. So tonight, I want to give you something because I think, you know how I love all the French stats, everything like that. Just give you a couple of goaltender, like the best goaltender in NHL right now. Look about Sergei Bobrovsky. He played 11 games so far. He have 20 goal against. Expected goal against guy. Right? He gave 21 goals, but his expected goal was 39.1. 39.1. The goal saved above expected guy is 18.1. So Bobrovsky guy, he should give about 39 goals. He gave only 21. He's the best in NHL at that moment. Bobrovsky, it looked like he was like 3 years ago. I want to give you just those stats like that. Look about Jack Campbell. You have he goals saved above expected, almost 14. That's another great season for him. Look about Frederick Anderson, 13.3 for Anderson. He goal saved above. Now Carter Hart was before the game yesterday. He was 11.7. Justakin is 11. Max Strom before the game yesterday he was 11. Jonathan Quick, guys, is a 9. Alibak is at 8. VASILEVSKIY at 7.7 was not before. It was before the game yesterday, and also the rest of the goaltender over there. But sometimes when you look about this, that give you an idea who performed well, who did not perform. So the analytics stuff about goals again, the X goal and goals, and GF and GA, everything like that. I give you an idea right now why Bobrovsky right now we have an amazing great year for the Florida Panthers, and we have to get Jack about that. Bobby is back. This is about is not there yet. Welcome back, 591 in the house this morning. Yeah. Look like some of you goaltender favorite your team are not there, unfortunately. Welcome, Mr. Steve G for Denver. No goalie on the bottom of the barrel. The next one I want to talk about this. Yesterday, I talked about the junior and U20. I'm going to go quickly for 3 other countries. They are going there. I thought that we have some Finland people this morning. We did not see anybody from Finland, so I don't know about that. But look about this for the Finland. All the players they already draft the Niemela, the defenseman, Viro Detroit, Giormo from Vancouver for the defenseman, Putio for the Florida Panthers. We have also Rajan Yemi for the New York Islanders. The goaltender is going to be Blomvik and also Mary Lennon. And forward will be very good. forward. I think Simon Teval and Jeff Vepi with Kuivunen ready. Au finally, see him. Tuomela will be there. Kapanen for the Montreal Canadiens was going to be a part of the team, possible. And Elenius is over there. Now he's missing, of course, Brett Lambert on that lineup is going to be part of this. And also the defenseman Otavinen. So just give you an idea of that team over there. So I want to share with you for the next couple of countries. The next one I want to talk about is the Sweden team. Exactly what 951 said. Wallstead, the goaltender, was amazing last season. Simon Edvinsson guy. Wow. I watch him almost every day right now. His tape, everything on that. He's an exception. He's going... Detroit guys, with him and Zeder together, they are the next 10, 15 years, the best duo defensemen in NHL. Wallander will be another one to watch. He did not play last season because of COVID. And then after that, forward, Alexander Olds, William Eklam, all three, play a couple of games. Fabian Liesel, that's a great one over there. Isaac Rosen, that's a great hockey player also for them. And then Oscar Olason for the Avalanche. So that team, guys, Sweden will be really solid. Again, Canada, USA for that one over there. Maybe not goalie of the future for 951 possible. It is Sweden or Detroit Red Wings. That's a good one. Four of them are a part of this. Corey Hill in the house this morning. Thank you so much. Join us. Team USA. Let's start with Matthews Knights for the Toronto Leafs. This is a steal for Toronto to get him at the 32 overall pick. Matty Berniers from the Seattle play right now in the NCAA. Matt Coronetto, another one, play NCAA at that moment. Josh Down was the son of the Shane. Thomas Bordelot, the son of the Sébastien Bordelot. Sasha Pastuvov, another great pick, born in Florida. Brett Berard. Then we have Chaz Lucius, play very well right now in the American Hockey League. Maki Samakevich for the Florida Panthers. We have Ty Smilinick, Red Savage, and Landon Slager. For the defenseman guy, we have a chance to see Jake Sanderson, one of the best defensemen right now in CA. Luke Hughes is going to be part of that one over there. Scott Morrow, another one to watch over there. And the goaltender is going to be Drew Comesso and Tucker Denon. We have missing right now Taylor Boucher. Logan Coley is going to be on the draft for the upcoming season, so another one to watching for that part over there. So that's also the team 20 over there. In the win like the Swiss, of course, two Panthers for that team, exactly about this. So it'll be interesting to see that. About this. Look, tonight, first of all, yesterday, I'll be back here. Yesterday, I had a full game in NHL, and I'm going to go through this very quickly. The Philadelphia Flyers play against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The final score 4-0 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, Steven Stamkos, guys, you have an amazing, great night. He continues to perform since the beginning of the season. At his age, we thought after so many injuries, major injury, legs, we thought, we'd never come back like he was before. But right now, we have to give credit. He's doing very well for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Without Kucherov a point, they still find a way to win. They beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0. Shutout for VASILEVSKIY yesterday. Corey Perry scored his first goal of the season with the team. And finally, Barry Boulet scored his third goal of the season. Most dominated by the Tampa Bay Lightning yesterday. Questionable here and for the Flyers. Will be interesting what they're going to do. They are a back-to-back game for tonight. Lost a couple of games. The team can hang in there. Carter Hart have a great year. They don't score a lot of goals recently. Someone bring to us yesterday great statement about the Flyers have not many goals compared to Montreal Canadiens. So they give you an idea where they at that moment. So and again, don't hesitate to talk to me like it. I will go all the way with your statement. I will stop. I like the interaction we can get together. Everything like that. So Sanderson and Shabbat will be a great deal. And on top, I agree with you about that one. Jake Sanderson, guys, I'm telling you now, Stop is a fans. Corey Hill is another fans of Ottawa. And they will be, oh my God, they will say, this is a God come show up on the ice. Jake Sanderson, I expect a lot from him. Good luck for Tyler Cleven and Jake Sanderson, the two Ottawa Senator rookie prospect. You're absolutely right, Mr. Corey. STAMKOS satisfied his spot on the Team Canada. Guys, it will be interesting to get next month all together to figure out who will be the lineup if they go to the Olympics, Team Canada. So it will be very interesting about that one at the bottom. Okay, an ambulance just came into Columbus Arena for an emergency. Hopefully nothing bad happening. Really? If someone can follow up with this, that'd be great. I'm honestly shocked Dallas won against Edmonton last night. So let's move on to the next game, honestly. That game, we did live stream, by the way. We watched the game all the way, you know what I mean? And, wow. I did so far, I believe, 5 games, the live stream of Edmonton Oilers, or at least I see the 3/4 of all those games they did so far, 17, and maybe see 10 minimum, maybe 12 of them. And last night was the worst game for McDavid and for the rest of the team. And, the big question now is that they lost Daniel Nurse. And now yesterday's only game, they lost Duncan Keith. And the score about Duncan Keith could be a couple of weeks. I didn't get information about this morning. So they're missing number 1, number 2 on the left side of this position. We know they have Brober, they have other players can pick it up there, but maybe not good enough. And Skinner, we cannot blame him yesterday. Maybe 1 goal, but he scored Dallas at the 2 first power play yesterday. Bang, bang, and they take the lead 2-0. And they don't. I feel like Edmonton has no legs, and of course their execution was not a point. They missing bad pass. I feel like they was not skating enough. I think they only play. I believe they could beat Dallas with their talent, and you cannot do it in the NHL. You have to work hard and more and more. He benched a couple of players. He benched also Pichi Javi. He put Perlini on the top line with McDavid. I did not get it. I don't know what's going on with Tippett last night, but I was not, when you watch the game, I did not enjoy or I was not agree with all his decision yesterday. But again, we have to flip to another team where Dallas played the Dallas style like 2 years ago, right? The forecheck, the defensive side. What about yesterday, Kleinberg, 3 assists? What about Eskinen and front of the net? And then the goaltender now is getting, the Orn is going to get and Dallas right now. What we're going to do with the goaltending, because right now the young kid Jake stepped up yesterday again. That's the second game back to back. He got second game, and Dallas now they win the last 3 games and they score. But again, they score because what Ruben Hens. We talk about the Colorado with Kel McCarr. I really believe David Tays make it fun with that. I really believe it's rope hands. Haynes bring everything around him better. Retzlaff looking good yesterday. VASILEVSKIY came back a little bit more. What about Jacob Robinson joined also after his injury? So a couple of lights is going to turn around over there. We're still missing Jimmy Ben over there. Look, he struggled a little bit, but we'll be interested what happened with Dallas now at that moment about this. Expect a big pushback for Edmonton tonight. Yes, if I was Arizona, I would prepare for a storm or an orange storm tonight in Arizona. The referee would give a Coyotes a power play with 30 seconds left in the third period. And if they play the Coyotes, they would be better to win. This is the Dallas team we have been waiting for. Make it fun when they play under the proper chair. How many times we talk about this? According to the source, the ambulance was there for 20 minutes. Really interesting to see that. But a monkey. Anybody, anything can follow up. I turn off my... I know something happening because my Twitter is hitting right now over. So that's what happened with this game. Finally, the last game of the night, guys, it was between the Calgary Flames and the Chicago Blackhawks. And some of you, and I apologize last night, some follow me. We lost the power for about 3 minutes And when we came back, I could not come back right away because the internet took a little bit longer. But it was between both periods, so I looked like I take a longer break. But we came back, we finished watching the game between Chicago and the Calgary. At that moment, it was 2-2, and the Calgary was dominate most of the game, and they have more shot versus Chicago. But unfortunately for Marc-André Fleury, a puck from behind the net from Ketchuk, sent the puck, tried to reach, I believe, Langholm in front of the net, and he hit the skate of Zed John, and the puck bounced back over the shoulder of Fleury, and that's the way he was the goal winner of the game by Matt Ketchuk at that one, 3-2, and then they score on the empty net. One thing we have to remember, I want to remind you on the empty net, Lewis sent the puck from the blue line, I believe, and then Milan Lucic come to go and find the net. He could push the puck by himself. By the way, he took care about the player beside, so they gave credit for the goal for Lewis, his second with the Flames. So I just want some player make an impact as a leader in the side of the team. I think it was really nice from Milan Lucic to do that again, and they let the puck go in, and that's what another big game for the Flames yesterday. You can see Flame guy, the first line, maybe one of the best in the league, the Langholm, the Katchuk, and the Goodrow. Last night, they was flying on the ice. They was controlling. Every time they was on the ice, they was play well. I love the big guy at the defense. The Calgary's get some good players to get bigger. You know, the Gov Branson. Then you got Zadarov over there, Affinen, also with Anderson. And then what about Killington? Wow. Killington guy, he looked amazing for me, and plus Danev. So you talk about 6 defensemen right there. Someone asking me who's the best defenseman. I said Tampa Bay right away. But I think we have to put Calgary on the top 3 in NHL right now as the defenseman. And they proved it yesterday again, and they proved every game. They have 7 shutouts so far. That's a Daryl Sutter team where he loved those kind of players, and also the way they play. They are all in, they buy in. They are real. They are number 1 right now in the West Division, and I really enjoyed watching them last night for the last part of the third period for the game in Chicago. Fortunately, Fleury did a bad goal, the first one. I'm sure he would like to see it again. But overall, he did well. Fleury is getting better and better between the pipe for Chicago. And just Chicago get not enough. What about the fight between Kirby Dak against Coleman last night? Wow. Dak, he was using a punching bag from Coleman last night. You have a chance to watching this one. It was pretty amazing. Best start for Calgary. Putin, I agree with you about that one there. They're looking great. Surprised me. I know. Last year, Calgary put me down. Look, they put me down. I thought Calgary last season had a great team to make a playoff. Did not do it. And this year, unfortunately, because my experience with them last year, so you know what? No, I don't want them. And now they put me wrong again because now they're looking great. One of the top 5, best top 5. Moving Monahan away from Goodrow and putting Katchuk there make a lot of sense. Goodrow has been great. I think the key measure of that Calgary guy is Langholm. Langholm, he just passed the puck left to right, and Goodrow skating, controlling. Katchuk does exactly what he does. And find the net, pick up the rebound, and he can score. He have a good shot also. So one of the best line in NHL, to be honest with you guys. So that's what resumed about all the 3 games only yesterday. But what about tonight, Coach? OMG, 14 game tonight on the program, every time that. So we'll be interesting what's happening. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'll be awesome. And so before we go there, guys, I want to bring you to another way. Yesterday, I mentioned about 5 teams maybe going to become a buyer in NHL at the trade deadline. And so what I'm going to bring to you this morning, I select the 5 teams. But who do you believe they should trade? Which player do you feel that they should go or they should trade about that? Some of them, maybe they will maybe not be a trade that a buyer. But today, for what we are in the line on the standing, I believe those 5 teams going to become more a buyer at a seller. So let's go there and go with the first team I want to talk about this. And it's, of course, the Vancouver Canucks. They are going to have a really difficult time to come back in the race. Yeah, too many teams right now in front of them. That's including the Kings, the San Jose, the Anaheim Ducks. Now we have Vegas in front of them. They have Calgary in front of them. So that gives you an idea right now. They have to, not anymore like just, it's not a marathon for them. Now it's a run, and they have to win and pack and all the W back to back to backs. I don't think so it would change. I don't see any lights. I almost said that team not going to go nowhere. They will become a seller at some point. So when you're going to sell, which player do you believe? You can meet 2, 3, 4 players. Tell me which player you believe the Vancouver Canucks can let him go at some point. Which player they can go. I'm going to finish my full gratitude for my next class. Have a great rest of your stream. All the best to your life. All right, Putin, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate a lot for your show up this morning. So the Canucks went out, have a very difficult time to win. Miller and Bowser for tap. Miller and Bowser, it would be 2 players right there. It should be trade. He said 951. They have a lot of discussion. Trade bait from Minnesota came from Fiala for Bowser, 1-1. I don't think so. Vancouver will go Bowser and Miller together, but maybe you want to tell Fiala for one of the two about that one over there. I think they do this. I think Fiala have a lot of upside down. If he was Vancouver, I would trade Bowser against Fiala. If I was Minnesota, right now Vancouver would say maybe, but I think Miller is more versatile as a player for the Vancouver Canucks. He can play wing, he can play center, he play on front level. I think he's a little bit more. Of course, he's a little bit older. Now, Bowser have a couple of good years. He's just not inconsistency. He's more inconsistency. And also, I don't think him is a top 3 or the first line. I'm more as a second line. A little bit what Toffoli does. I feel like those two style of players can score 25 goals per year, everything like that. And I think that's what a kind of player I would believe Vancouver can trade. Of course, they have a couple of veterans over there. They can maybe looking around, right? They could looking trade at the bottom, but I don't see big major situation other than 2. I think like Ovrat is secure, Hughes is secure, Peterson is secure. Of course, the Oglander and also VASILEVSKIY don't go nowhere. Wilfeld talking about making Miller as a fake center. Yes, that's possible about that one over there. But it'll be really interesting what's happening with the Vancouver. The next one I want to talk about this is the Chicago Blackhawks. And when we talk about Chicago, you can see 2 of them at the front of the picture. You talk about Kane. You talk about Jonathan, the captain, Tays for them. We know the contract, they're almost over for the next couple of years, but see what could happen. The second thing I will say to you, the situation with Marc-Andre Fleury. That's another one, become UFA at the end. We know for many weeks now, Strome, he's on a trade bait over there. Of course, you can talk about Gustafsson or Dehan, the older veteran, like also Carpenter, there'll be another one, could be on the market for the depth for front of the team. But it will be interesting what could happen over there. I really believe Strome could be one, Fleury could one. I'm not sure they are willing to let go the boat, the captain, assistant captain over there. I don't think so. But I think Fleury is really the one. It could change the address at some point when they will be eliminated or at the trade deadline. Vancouver, the men don't really fit well together. Not many are stay-at-home solid players. I agree with you about that one over there. I think Armanic now back in the lineup. That's pretty much. Tyler Myers is not great on the overall. And then I think Pullman was a bad signature from the Vancouver. The weight is not the right share. So I think he's more like a 5-6, but they have a lot of 5-6 over there. And Quinn Hughes have to be with someone really solid on the defensive side. Now to have OEL, that's not helping lot use. So that's absolutely right about this in our top. Fleury, but the Monkeys, Fleury, Kane, and Taze could be the 3-1 over there. I'm not sure they will go with Kane or Taze, but I'm sure Fleury will be out at some point. Fleury does not fit in the Blackhawk future. Of course, I agree with you. Corey Hill, Backstrom conditioning 424 buzzer for Vancouver. You will need a little bit more Corey to get him. I think you have to go with a second-round pick for buzzer. Now, Backstrom could be a good money for trade at some point. But I think Buzzer would fit with a Vancouver, with the Ottawa, because he's still young. You know that. So I like the fact you mentioned both name over there. It's just maybe a restriction, the trade. But I think you're absolutely right about that one over there. The next one I want to talk about, and they played yesterday, is the Dallas Star. The Dallas Star, they are, until the last 3 games, the Dallas Star was going to the round. It's, again, an inconsistency team over there. And the player they talk about this, they talk about Joe Pavelski, talk about Radulov over there. The situation with Kleinberg, no UFA contract at the end of the year. And then all the situation with the goaltending with 4, Bishop, Kudobin, and, of course, Oldby. Because now I think Oettinger is going to be number 1 goaltending, I believe so. They are the most veteran defense players over there, could be changing their address, I believe. Vancouver decline by the Monkey. Pavelski for the bottom Monkey, yes. It will become, a sailor. I think Pavelski could be a great addition. Renit, Pavelski, and Thornton. Old and the great wash up. I'm going to give you a prediction about that one over there. About Pavelski. If Dallas trade Pavelski, I don't know they will, because they really like him. He fit very well on the top 6 right now. But if ever happening, at the trade deadline, he's going to be with the Tampa Bay Lightnings. That's the kind of trade Brisebois likes to do. So don't be surprised to see Pavelski and Tampa Bay for the rest of the year if he on the market. Need to get rid of a couple of goalie. Of course, Richard Mullen in the house. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget guys, to click on the likes. Razulov could be another one. He played maybe his best game yesterday, but Razulov could be another one because the situation with contract, everything like that. So it'll be interesting. And, of course, the John Glenberg is the biggest cloud in Dallas, right? You need to sign him. They just signed Eskenan for, $9 million for 8 years. Now they have to figure out what to do with John because he become a UFA. Coach, what do you do? Me, I would trade him at the trade deadline. And I would say this why. It's very hard to have 2 defensemen at $9 million, $8 million. And I understand what he does, Klingberg. And the team and the Dallas guy it's really old. It's not like a young team. I know Eskenan is young, right? But Klingberg is about 29 years old now. Razulov, you have 30. Pavelski, 30 over. You have Ben, Seguin, right? The best player is over there. You have to have a transition with the other one is coming below them and they increasing their time. So my point to you will be said, try to find a team like Montreal, example. I know some Montreal would do it, but a team like, they're looking for a defenseman, puck mover like Kleinberg, and I'll try to trade him to the one who wants to trade the Stanley Cup, because you can get something solid in return if the player is willing to stay there and sign up. So for me, that would be a really piece of the puzzle. They can get a first-round pick in return, and maybe someone else also will. And that was tell them right now to get a really solid pick for the next draft, and they get maybe another player with John Klingberg. So it would be something I would pay attention from Dallas if I was there at Jim Neal at some point. Panthers could use Pavelski on the power play, and Klingberg to Florida. My dot on exactly in our tap. The problem is going to get by the monkey and our tap for Klingberg is the salary cap. And because Ekblad, you have to increase. You're going to have Huberdeau over there. That would be very difficult to carry on. That you turn around this exactly what's going on in Dallas with Eskinen over there. So for me, I would not do that if I was Florida Panthers. And again, the key for the Panthers is to get another defenseman with House, a physical at the top 6. Me, if I was the Panthers, I would trade Mackenzie Wegar, and I would find another defenseman, LD. I don't know which one yet. I don't thinking about this, but I think they need to. Wegar is more like a defenseman number 4 and number 5 and any team in NHL. Right now he play with number 2 or number 3, where I believe is not who he's supposed to be on my eyes over there. I remember last season, Michael, the boy would say, oh, he's a top 15, 25. He's not. Right? He took advantage of fun opportunity last season, but for me, he's not. And you can see overall, he you know what I mean, like he missed the defensive side of him. For number 2, they are better to find something better on my eyes for them. The cap does not exist, but when you trade at the trade deadline is exist. But I understand what you mean for the playoff. The next thing I want to talk about is the Pittsburgh. And you see those two pictures because you have Crosby and Letang. And then after that, you're missing Malkin over there. And then the goaltender situation at Pittsburgh over there. The Jeff Carter, that's another one over there. Jason Zucker. And then a lot of money for the defensemen. Patterson, Madison, right? Dumoulin over there. And then, so that's a lot of questions you have to figure out. And Pittsburgh, what are you going to do? Burke and also Extall to fix this. It's another team about Dallas very old. Those stars are old also. The Crosby, the Malkin, the Carter, the Letang. They are over 34, 33 and everything like that. So that would be another team to have to go. And I think it will be interesting. And you have the sell over their head. Also, they maybe sell the team, anything like that. So I don't know the answer about Pittsburgh. I just feel like at the end of the day, Malkin will be changing that dress at some point. And I think Malkin, you can get a first-round pick. And if Pittsburgh see that. I don't see right now Pittsburgh can make the playoff. I don't believe on it. I know they can put me wrong, but the way I feel right now, Pittsburgh will be very difficult to make the playoff this season. But again, it can surprise me. We'll see what's happening. But for me, they are the two players I would touch is Letang and Malkin, like Inotap said. I saw Malkin at the Panthers game, but the monkey, it was great to see that. Finally, your Montreal Canadiens. And the discussion starting to get a little bit hotter about Brendan Gallagher. It looked like he's on a trade bait at that moment. Would be interesting to see that if Brendan Gallagher. So who is going to be traded for Montreal? I really believe this is the end of Ben Chariot at Montreal. Now they can move Gallagher to Foley, possible. Perreault, possible. Likonen, possible. Armia, possible. Defensive, I'm not sure after that what he can move other the fact. That would be the really one. Jeff Petrie, I would say no, because his salary cap, it would be a problem for any team. But those little players, I can see they can move the next couple of months for the Montreal Canadiens. Jonathan Drouin, I think is too shaky for another team to pick him up with his contract. Kelly Petrie to Foley Allen. Kelly Petrie to Foley. Getty could be one. I think Jake Allen will stay there. I will tell you why. Because I feel like Montreal would be worried about Carey Price recovery if you that. So you don't want to take a chance. His contract is only at $2.4 million next season. So I feel if they trade Jake Allen, if ever happening, it's only the year after. And that would be worth it because the draft 2023 is a solid one also. So for me, I would not be surprised they wait to trade Jake Allen only the year after that. That Chariot, Getty, LeKinnon, and maybe Petrie if the price is right. I agree with you about that one over there. I think that would be something they have to look about that trade for him. So they are the 5 team where I said to you are maybe seller at the end of the trade deadline. Again, it's very early. We're not reached the Thanksgiving. It's only tomorrow. But I just give you a perspective of those teams. We want to talk about this. Tonight, 14th game. I'm going to go through this tonight. Of course, in our time, we're going to go through a game. But I want to give you a little bit where there are some teams they have to win. So it'll be interesting to see that. Any chance the price can be traded? No. And the problem is the retaining money, everything like that, is still too early. Maybe in 1 year, it could be changing about that. But right now, I don't see this could happen. Can Carey Price retire? Would you want to back in this trade, coach? A Russell player prospect pick. Most of them would be Johnny Golden pick. Everything below the second round pick, I will go with pick. First round pick, second round pick, every time like that. That would be the one over there. Now you can, because you don't need more, at least like you trade a mega trade, that's another subject. But 1-2 at the trade deadline, most when I'm talking about Johnny, better you can get lower. It's not that. Now you can trade something at the Rangers like Gravsov, where it's really a prospect right now on the trade deadline. That's a trade base. That's another subject. But most of them, for me, it would be more pick the first round, second round. At least they offer you something specific where we don't. Right now, I don't see right now for them. What do you think is wrong with Weigard? Do you really think is the third, fourth defenseman is at least not more at the second pair of defensemen on my book? That's what I believe he is, and you can see that. He looked like more like the for me, and I don't want to compare, but if you want to compare someone, for me, is a little bit more like the Dyson Barrie for the Panthers. That would be for my point about him. Colin White, Backstrom, Josh Brown, continental round pick for Pittsburgh for Malkin and a second round. Well, you pay too much to get a Malkin for that one over there. And Malkin, guys, I'm telling you right now, he's not going to go in Canada. He's not going to, he will refuse to go in Canada. He have first of all, a clause on his contract. And secondly, he would prefer to go to South Florida. He have a house here. He want to live here. He's not that. So, and he's already 35 years old. So I understand your point of view about this. But I don't think so, Curry. I thought we would trade Malkin for the position about that one over there. If you want to get Malkin, they will request more a young players, a prospect. Like Pinto could be on the. If you trade like this, Malkin, Pinto could be in the discussion about one. Good morning, Mr. Dan Asham. Billy O from Finland. Welcome back. Prospect pick, because the pick you'll get will be low from the team at the playoff spot. Of course, it's depend, but usually in our tap, they don't send a prospect in return. They don't want to do that. They want to keep the prospect, and they know already. And then to get a first round pick, the team will do this. Whatever is 27, 28. The fact, because remember, guys, sometimes an extra pick, as you can do a package deal with another team to go lower at some point. So for me, that would be the most what I would say to you about that. Ottawa does not look like they are going to contend. No, not this season. That's almost on. Markin want to only go to Florida. That's what the rumor is at that moment about him. Let's move on here because I want to finish the show about that. And I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be right there. Here we go. It should work now. We'll go to, rim this very quickly, guys, for tonight. And I'm going to go faster. Boston Bruins, again, the Buffalo Sabres. Boston 960, 792 for the Sabres. Sabre a little bit shaky for the last couple of games. For the Boston Bruins, before they lost the last game, they won the two other ones over there. Boston, they need the performance of the first line. The Buffalo Sabres, they're still fighting most of the time. Bad goal, ding the last game, honestly. But otherwise, we have to give credit. They still battle almost to play for 500, so that's pretty good overall. The next game, that's here in Florida, in South Florida. The Flyers is going to be a back-to-back. The Panthers sleep since Saturday, so they will wait for the Panthers, for the Flyers. This is going to be a really interesting to watch, but I think the Panthers can plug that one over there. Flyers are going to be back with Jones. I don't think so. They will be Carter Hart, and the Panthers send the beginning, so Bobrovsky will be there. So I think the Panthers can pick it up over there. Not major problem overall for both teams. I'll be interested to see the lineup for the Panthers. I did not check yet. The Minnesota Wild 11-6-1 versus the New Jersey Devils. This is a tricky game. I believe Minnesota is better. Devils, after the drop again, the Panthers win at the Tampa Bay last game. So it'll be interesting to see the New Jersey, what they're going to do. Jack Hughes back on skating right now. Good news for them. The Canucks, again, the Pittsburgh, 6-11-2, 8-6-4. Listen, the Vancouver need to win. They are no tomorrow for them. They have to beat that kind of team like Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh went out with all the some players. And now it's getting better and better with Jarry. Jarry gave 1 goal for the last 3 games, and he's looking good. Crosby scored not last game, the game before against Montreal. And we'll be interesting to see what he's going to do. Honestly, the Pittsburgh again. The Montreal Canadiens, Washington. Montreal Canadiens, Allen is in. Kolak is out. I did not look the lineup this morning. Washington, 11-3-5. Lost the last game. A bit surprised, but still, I think they'll have every piece of puzzle. Samsonov have an amazing, great year so far for them. Will be interesting. Montreal have to check Ovechkin. I will doc my resume video the next hour. The Winnipeg Jet 9-5-4, Blue Jacket 10-6-0. If Edmonton was bad yesterday, Winnipeg Jet was bad against Pittsburgh last game. And then Blue Jacket surprised everybody. That's a game we get to follow up what's going on. It could be tricky for the Jet and the Jackets. And also we know the trade they make year ago with Rozovic and also Dubois and Laney. The Blues is the Blues again, the Red tonight, and 10-6-2 and 8-9-3 Red Wings struggle for the last 4 games now. They will have to find a way to win, and the Blues win the last game. It's a team right now a little bit inconsistency for the last 4 games, but I think so the Blues will be back where it's supposed to be. Not going to be an easy game for the Detroit Red Wings tonight. The Rangers, Islanders. They are not tomorrow. The Islanders have to win, and they are in the trouble, guys. They have players hurt, injury. They have COVID-19. The Rangers looking great, 11-4-3. Chesterkin looking good, also between the pipe. Will be, first time the Rangers, the new barn of the Islanders. Islanders didn't win to the new barn. So a lot of things, this is going to be hard for the Islanders tonight. Something we have to follow up and figure out about this. The Golden Knight, 11-8-0. That's the last game. Predators win the last game, 10-7-1. They played 2 days ago, both of them. I'll be interested in what they're going to do. A nice traveling team right now. And Nashville. So it's another game where it's not going to be easy to pick tonight about both teams. The Anaheim Ducks lost the last game 10-6-3 versus the Avalanche, out on fire. They won the last 4 games, I believe, maybe 4 games, I believe, Avalanche. So would be interesting, that game over there. Anaheim they would like, and Terry would like to restart another streak at the point. The Maple Leaf Toronto against the Kings. The Kings lost the last 3 or 4. Toronto win the last 11 of the 12 games. They are looking great, 13-6-1. I know, the Leaf will be interesting to be on the road for the next couple of days, like the Montreal. Finally, at 10 o'clock, the Carolina Hurricane lost the last game, so short price against the Seattle. And the Kraken, not against Seattle, but the Kraken are 5-12-1. The Hurricane are in Seattle tonight, so it'll be a very challenge for the Kraken, I believe. It'll be hard for them to beat the Carolina Hurricane. I don't see a Carolina Hurricane guy back-to-back have a bad game. Usually, Rob Brandamo bring them very quickly and very better about that one over there. So I have to go all the way. I forgot the Malkin to Tampa. It could happen there, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. They'll happen about this one over there. Here I will tell you why. Because Malkin would not want to go third line, and Panthers you can move Bennett, but I think that will be not there. I'm taking my 5 for it plus the Wild tonight. Let's go Panthers by the monkey. Do you know whose Kravtsov agent is? Is a Russian guy. I don't know his last name, but he's a Russian guy. I know that, but I cannot remember. Eagle Frank Sport in the house. I'm doing the Montreal Canadiens, Eagle, and also I'm going to do Toronto tonight, back-to-back. And so that will be my 2 games for tonight. Hopefully, have an amazing, great lunch. Thanks to stop by. Don't forget to click on the like. Say hi to Holly. Did he confirm today he will keep using Poland as center like his game lately? It's great news. Good morning. Kelly Lee will take it tonight. Kelly, again, the LA. I will do the game tonight, Kelly. Hopefully, we're going to see you tonight. Vegas has a difficult game tonight. It's not an easy game, Vegas, for them. Now, they have to step up maybe now. Stone is back. Very quiet, and he's back. You have to find his groove. Patrick is skating. It's going to be close. But again, Vegas have to find a way right now to get a couple of W on the road. That will be the most important thing for me, is for them to win on the road. I forgot Montreal. Play Eagle. Not a problem, Eagle. That's all good. Beat those Caps. So it'll be interesting. If they can, Montreal have to figure out to get that kind of, they cannot win both back-to-back games so far. So it'll be interesting if they're going to score a lot. Corey Hill said, it make more sense Malkin in Ottawa because Matt Murray, former player from Pittsburgh, held Matt Murray conference, and Malkin live in Canada. I don't know, Corey. Malkin is become 36 years old, and he's at the end of his career. And usually what those careers are, they don't want to go with a team are not winning the Stanley Cup. He become a UFA next season. So he would not want to go to Ottawa or San Jose or, Nashville, example. He would like to finish with the best team like Tampa Bay and also like Colorado. I think Colorado should be the targeting for Pittsburgh if I was Colorado, but that's another story. But that would be the one I would look at. Arsenal, Montreal prevent OV from scoring 2 or 3 goals. They have a shot. Yes. And it's funny because Washington, guys, they are not a great power play this year. Only 17.7. They are numbers 22, I believe, are in the league. So it will be interesting about that. License, all right, Calvin guy have 30 points and 19 games. Yeah, 15-15. 15 goals, 15 assists. That's amazing for me to see that. That's crazy if you think about this, right? And Samson have a great year so far for the Washington Capitals. So it'll be very interesting, that game. How they going to turn around for the Montreal Canadiens, of course. And we're going to have a show at 5 o'clock with In Our Tap. And finally tonight, of course, we're going to go all night. And then tomorrow is Thanksgiving, no hockey. So we have only football. And then again, we repeat Friday. And now we're going to be in Buffalo. again, the Sabres for the Montreal Canadiens. If you know that, Seattle's visit a couple of places this weekend. Seattle will be in Florida, and that will be interesting to follow that story about that. White back in the house from La Grange in Alberta, I believe. Foosball. Yep, exactly. Eagle, I know you're going to be busy tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, to follow Eagle Frank on the sport. You have a YouTube channel. You carry on the Tampa Bay Lightnings, and sometimes you don't, subscribe, helping other people. That's the most important thing. So, and he tried to reach the 1,000. So we hope he will get it at the end, before the end of the season. Don't forget to go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Again, it's the same link you see, Eagle Frank Sport. Parquet is not ready to play, unfortunately. Johnny Golden, yes. And now the ladder is black over there for Parquet. And you're welcome, Eagle. I think that will be something you have to follow up with the Montreal Canadiens. I did not see any news yet, so I'm going to plug diving about that right now for my video. Not a problem, Eagle. I appreciate a lot about that. But that's what concludes, guys, another morning skate show. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you being here this morning. We do very quickly, only 3 games, honestly. I tried to bring some other subject. We thanks again for each one of you for your question and interact with me. We appreciate. And don't forget to give me some feedback, what kind of contents you like to hear. Tomorrow is a happy Thanksgiving. And, Coach, you not off? No. I'll be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, guys. We're going to review a little bit the first quarter of the NHL, the surprise, the disappointment. We're going to review and what's coming now for the next second quarter for the Montreal Canadiens. So all this fantastic, of course, going to go through the 14th game, what happened yesterday. So it's a special Thanksgiving tomorrow. The turkey will be here. The turkey will be talk about the turkey. But again, it's people in Canada have no Thanksgiving. So I'm going to correspond with, be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So don't forget to join us tomorrow morning. And we're going to open the door. So awesome, Eagle. Thank you so much, Butter Monkey. And don't forget to click on the likes. But before we leave, we want to remind you.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Thank you so much for another morning skate show with the hockey coach Guru, Coach Frenchy. We wish you an amazing rest afternoon blessing. And finally, be well and be healthy. I look forward to see you at 5 o'clock p.m. with the collaborator. And off that for another great show of the warm-up show. Have an amazing, great Wednesday, everybody. Thank you, Eagle. And on top, see you guys. Thank you so much, Eagle. Thank you, Adam.
Of that reality, don't want another surprise.